Richard Hammond, James May and Jeremy Clarkson are back doing what they do best in the new The Grand Tour as the trio set off on a road trip across Scandinavia. Although Richard is famously known as the one in the group most prone to crashing, during filming of Prime Video's A Scandi Flick, it was James who collided his rally car into a wall. James was rushed to hospital during filming after crashing his car into a wall. The Grand Tour presenter broke a rib and needed a brain scan before being allowed to resume filming. The incident took place while the presenting trio took it in turns to speed rally along a tunnel towards a rock wall at a Norwegian naval base. Speaking to Express.co.uk and other press, Richard was asked if he was worried about his friend and co-star. Read more, he admitted, "I think selfishly I was more relieved than anything else that somebody had maybe taken the focus off me and people stop asking me, 'Oh, you're always crashing.' Well, not just me, is it?" There was a brief fleeting moment of concern for James, but an overwhelming flood of concern for that fabulous car that had been buried in a wall. "It's unforgivable," the former Top Gear host added. "It was quite nice for once to be on the other side of it. I decided that it's much nicer not being the one who's had the accident but being one of the ones watching. It's a better idea. I think I might go that route in future. I prefer it." Elsewhere, James opened up on the crash and being taken to hospital. "In the ambulance, I was feeling perfectly okay. But then, unfortunately, the people in the hospital were sent the internal camera shots of the crash and obviously they take these things very seriously," he said. "So when they saw that they said, 'Oh, that's bigger than we thought. You'd better have a brain scan and spin scan to make sure you haven't fractured anything.' But the scanner was in use, and they had a queue, so I just had to lie there for hours and hours." Comparing himself to his co-presenter, he said, "I do remember thinking, well, that will have helped the film a bit because you've got a nice dramatic crash and interesting repair to show. And also, it means Richard Hammond didn't have a crash this time." "That was getting a bit predictable," James quipped. "It'll surprise people that I had the crash and not him." In A Scandi Flick, Jeremy, Richard and James travel from the coast of Norway to the Russian border encountering frozen lake racetracks, crashes and ski resort chaos on their way. The Grand Tour presents, A Scandi Flick launches on Prime Video on September 16.